spring is like on Jupiter. The words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I want for, all I worship and adore. The words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Sing forevermore. You are all I want, all I worship and adore. Words, please be true. In other Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. I'd like to welcome you tonight to the Friends of Fiji Heart Foundation Charity Dinner. Great to see you. Thank you for coming. Thank you to our wonderful sponsors who are up on the screen. We're going to have a great time tonight. And what we want you to do is just kick back, relax, enjoy the company of the people at your table, your friends. Maybe you could make some new friends. And we've got a really great program which we think you'll really enjoy tonight. How many were at the Friends of Fiji charity dinner last year? Let's see your hands. You were here last year? Wow. See how good it is? Everybody comes back. Hands up those, this is the first time you've been to one of these dinners. Okay, still quite a few people. So what we're going to do is I'm going to hand over soon to Mr. Hemant Patel, who's the chairman of the foundation, to just say a few words. But before we get him up here, just a few house notes. The restrooms are just out there in the hall. Well, not actually in the hall, but you know what I mean. Not in the hall, guys. Don't get it wrong. Just through the hall, there's doors. Okay. So fire exits. There's one on the right and there's one on the left. On the right-hand side, there's a stairwell. You go down the stairs and it takes you onto Princess Street, which would be quite safe if there's a whole lot of smoke or fire in here. On the left-hand side, my left, there's a glass door just past the bar. Don't stop at the bar. Take the exit, okay? And then the assembly points at the front of the building. So that's cool. And if you can remember just to leave your phones, please, on silent so as we don't disturb everybody. That'll be really, really good. So I want to call on Hemant Patel, the chairman, to come up and just say a few words. After that, there's a lot of people who haven't been to one of these functions before and you don't know much about the Friends of Fiji Heart Foundation. So what we're going to do, after Mr. Patel's spoken to us, we're going to play a short 3 or 4 minute video clip which explains what we're all about as a foundation, what we do in Fiji, and it'll just explain everything. So, so that'll be good. So we'll just roll that straight on after Mr. Patel has addressed us. So I'll call on Mr. Patel now to come up and just say a couple of words for us, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Unlike Ross, I feel a bit more comfortable reading off prepared notes. Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to all of you. Thank you so much for joining us in support of the Friends of Fiji Heart Foundation charity dinner. Tonight's charity dinner is of great importance to us. As most of you are already aware, Friends of Fiji Heart Foundation is a New Zealand registered trust established in 2006 with the primary purpose of providing the poor and underprivileged people of Fiji with heart surgery, primarily focused on heart valve replacement, repair, and congenital heart defect closure. The foundation presents a unique partnership between doctors, nurses, and technicians and other healthcare professionals who join hands with other professionals from different fields and expertise in logistics, administration, management, operations, etc., to plan and facilitate and deliver positive outcomes for this mission. As you know, our volunteers work with hundreds of patients in Fiji to provide heart-related surgical assistance. Last year, we provided 23 open heart surgeries, 28 angiogram and stenting procedures, 25 pacemaker implants, and over 200 pacemaker checks, including health educational assistance to well over 300 hospital staff, medical students, and members of the business community. But truth be said, Fiji continues to suffer a very high rate of rheumatic heart disease. Last year, with your tremendous support, we were able to raise over $135,000 in donations for the purchase of an echocardiogram machine. The foundation is humbled by the generosity showed by our supporters. This equipment has enabled us to carry out the essential part of our mission, and for the first time we were able to use this machine that you kindly provided towards our 2019 mission, which just completed last September. We were also able to use this machine for a smaller mission in Fiji for the purposes of screening and identifying patients for future missions, and also educate and train local doctors and health professionals. This year, our foundation is faced with another challenge. Over the years, we have been donated old ventilators that have served us for many years in the past. Unfortunately, these ventilators have now exceeded their use-by date. Indeed, those parts, spare parts, are no longer available, and our very talented technicians are faced with having to remove parts from old machines and install them in the existing ones. We've now reached a critical stage where it has become necessary to acquire a number of new ventilation machines. For your information, mechanical ventilation is a technique used to support patient breathing, particularly in intensive care, after open heart surgery, where it becomes needed to restore a patient to normal situations after a critical procedure. A special fundraising drive has become necessary to acquire these new ventilators. You will hear more about this later in the evening's program. The cost of mounting a mission of this magnitude and size continues to rise. Last year's approximate costs exceeded $250,000. All monies raised either through sponsorships, donations, or grants, are applied exclusively to this mission. Your funds are primarily used towards airfares, transportation, accommodation, purchase of heart valves, and other essential medical supplies. We effectively transport a small mobile hospital to the people who cannot readily access these types of procedures and facilities. The time, effort, and expertise of the health professionals and volunteers who give up their valuable time is, of course, free. Therefore, to support our mission, we need to raise a significant amount of money. We continue to enjoy some financial support from corporate sponsors like Edwards Life Sciences, several medical equipment supply companies, and a grant from the Fiji government. But unfortunately, that is never enough. We rely on the generosity of our supporters, many of whom are here tonight. Every dollar raised tonight will be directed to support this mission. Your donations today will provide us the means of saving the lives of the underprivileged section of the Fiji's community. I'm here to ask you, plead with you to provide us with your financial support. I'm reminded of a quote from Winston Churchill, who said, "We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give." To quote another famous thinker, the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. As I was doing some reading last night, thinking of an inspirational quote to end this note, I came across something which goes, "We often think of charity as an action, but I think of charity as a state of the heart." Ladies and gentlemen, on your table, you will probably see a donation or pledge card, which you can fill up and leave behind, or you will be contacted by one of our volunteers who are circulating around the table. Please get in touch with them, or they will get in touch with you. By doing so, you will provide many others who are helping our targeted patients in Fiji. Thank you for coming tonight and supporting us. Enjoy the evening, and may God bless you all.
Is this mic on? Here we go. All right, all good. What I'd like to do, as you can see there, that there's a huge number who form the team every year to go to Fiji to do the mission trip. So we've got doctors and specialists and nurses and administrators and just everything, a whole myriad, go across every year. And it's just this huge project putting it all together. And everybody, you know, as stated, everybody gives their time and their skills for nothing. So, and many go year after year. And so what I'd like to do is just to give you an idea of just a cross-section of some of the team who went just a few weeks ago to Fiji. I'd like to get them up on the stage, and I'd like to just ask them a few questions, because people often say, well, what is it that motivates you to give so much to this charity? Because everybody is really busy, but they're prepared to give a week or 2 weeks of their life every year to this trust and to this charity, and help form a team which will perform these life-saving operations. So I'd just like to call just some of the team who were there a few weeks ago, just at the last mission trip. So just up on stage, I'm going to ask you a few questions. Everybody's really nervous now in case I'm going to call them. Krish, where are you, man? I saw you earlier on. You come up here. Jasmine, you come up. Gaz, where are you? You're a big talker. You come up. Lucia, you come up. Brian, sitting next to me over there at the table. You come up, man. Come up. One more. Yeah, one more. Guys, look at them. So all these guys are on the last mission trip. All right, I'll just ask them a few questions. We'll turn the mic on. Give it to somebody. There we go. Krish, do we have to start with you, Krish? Start with the best. Start with the best looking. There you go. So Krish.
Sorry, Gaz.
So yeah, that's right. So Krish, you tell us. Just tell everybody what you do, and you know, like, you're obviously committed to it. I know you are, because you know, a year or two ago you're in the States, and yet you came across. You flew all the way down to Fiji, just for the mission trip. There's a big commitment on your part to these missions. So just tell us what you do, and then what motivates you to do it.
So good evening, everyone. My name is Krish Chowdhury. I'm a heart and lung surgeon, known as cardiothoracic surgeons. We perform a variety of heart and lung operations, ranging from valve replacements to coronary bypass grafts. Our main function in Fiji is really to deal with rheumatic heart disease. That's really a disease of poverty. It's not seen too much in the developed world. It's more a disease of the developing world. I've been on 6 mission trips to Fiji so far. And I think the main reason I do it, I think it's been over 60 years since the first open heart surgery was performed. And despite that fact, and that we've got good technologies to perform it safely, less than 10% of the world's population has access to that kind of treatment. And so in Fiji, we're dealing with these guys who do not have access to that. There's no cardiac surgical units in Fiji. And as Ross alluded to, I have trained in America, and my main purpose for going to America was to learn new technologies to make them accessible to people in New Zealand, and we're a developed country. And I think my overarching aim is one day to make these same technologies accessible to people in Fiji. Mr. Parmanand, who's my great mentor and a great colleague of mine, who's the chief surgeon of this trip, and the main reason why I've got involved in the trip. He and I were actually in America 2 days ago. He's still there at the moment, and we're both learning new technologies to make valve surgery more efficient and safer. He sends his apologies. He's on a plane ride on the way home. He stayed there an extra day to learn from some more American surgeons about some newer techniques that are out there.
Perfect. Well done. Good on you, Krish. And Lucia, this was your first time to Fiji, wasn't it, just a few weeks ago? Your first time. So tell us what you do and how you found it.
My name's Lucia Steadman. I led a team of amazing ICU nurses from New Zealand and from Australia and from the United States. I have been on a mission before to Samoa, but this was the most amazing thing, that my staff came together with their skills to provide their clinical expertise in Fiji, and without a doubt we were humbled and honoured to be a part of that. It's not like a regular hospital, so we all came with backgrounds from a hospital that we thought would be like Fiji, but it's not, because there's no sheets, there's no towels or flannels to wash patients. So as nurses, this compromises our nursing care, but we brought our skills and we bring it together, and we did an amazing job. And so I thank my staff, and I thank the Friends of Fiji for making that happen. And it was an amazing experience for all of us.
That's great, Lucia. Was there, just staying with you, Lucia, just a little bit. Lucia, was there any one experience or incident that stands out to you with the last trip?
There was many experiences. And I suppose what I'm going to say to you is maybe a negative experience, but it's something that I have never experienced, and neither have my nurses. But we needed a blood result, and the hospital did not have the reagent to give us the blood result for the kidney function of patients. And as nurses, we were gutted for that, because we really needed that for the treatment. And it wasn't anything to do with the Friends of Fiji. It was just the poverty of the local hospital. And I don't know what to say, except that it's just a basic thing that we take for granted in New Zealand, really. And that was my, I guess, biggest reality check.
Yeah. No question, it's full of challenges, Lucia. Oh my goodness, it's full of challenges over there. Yeah, give her a hand. Yeah, that's good. Jasmine, what do you do? Come on.
Well, I work with this amazing group of people, Aleem and Devin in particular. We're part of the operations team, and we manage the comms, we look after the volunteers, and we try and organise the missions to Fiji.
Yeah, and what motivates you? I mean, you've been involved and you're putting a lot of hours in, Jasmine. What motivates you to do this? I mean, why do you do this?
I think for me, there's two things. One is obviously the patients, going back and actually being able to give back. I've been privileged to have such amazing opportunities. I am from Fiji, so I've been one of the lucky ones, and I think just going back and trying to heal these patients and give them the same opportunities that I've had in life, it's amazing to be able to give that back. And the second thing is the volunteers, actually. I work with these amazing people, and having sort of a finance background, never thought I'd have these opportunities that I've had. These guys work in very challenging conditions in Fiji, but they are so dedicated and committed to what they do, and I have so much to learn from them, and it just allows me to just pause and look beyond my day-to-day life, and I'm so grateful to be part of this amazing group of people.
Yeah, that's nice. And just quickly, was there any one experience that stands out for you in your time you've been there?
Yeah, actually.
Okay.
Last year, I was taken to meet the patients in the ward by one of our lovely technicians, Georgina, and I was meeting them, and one of the patients came running up after me and said, "Thank you." And I said, "Oh, I didn't do anything." I said, "It's really the doctors and the nurses." And he said to me, "No, it's you helping to bring the team here," and that allowed me to get the treatment I desperately needed, and it turned out that he was my best friend's cousin. And it was such a small world, and he was the sole provider of his family, and if something had happened to him, they would have really struggled. And when I came back home, my friend and her family were so grateful, and it's such a small world, and it just made me feel so proud.
Nice. Okay. Well done. So, Gaz, I've been into theatre a little bit, and I've seen you in there. And, even behind your mask, I see that you're still smiling. But you're in kind of work mode, you're in kind of the serious zone you get into in there. So and you've been for a number of years now. So just tell us briefly what you do. What's your role with the team?
Yeah, thanks, Ross. Good evening, everyone. My name is Gaz. I'm a clinical cardiopulmonary perfusionist. So it's a mouthful. So what is that?
You better explain that, man.
Yeah, so, I'm the person behind the person that runs the heart-lung machines or the bypass machines. So what happens when Krish needs to operate on the patient? There are two things. We can't operate on a heart that's full of blood, and we can't operate on a heart that's moving or beating. So what we do, we divert the blood into our machine. We take over the heart and the lungs and the circulation. And what we do, therefore, is we drain the heart out of the blood. Therefore, it's a bloodless environment, so they can see what they're doing, the surgeons. And second of all, we give drugs and we stop the heart, and we completely take over the circulation until the valve is in, the new valve or the grafts. And then at the end, we reverse the process and we let the heart beat again by giving it more drugs, give blood back to the patient, and the patient is therefore weaned from bypass at the end of surgery.
Yeah. So Gaz, he's the man, eh? Yes. Drains the heart of all the blood. Listen to him.
We try to.
So Gaz, what motivates you to keep going back? Was there any special moment you could share with us or something? You know, I mean, you're obviously motivated. You're there all the time. You're in boots and all. Just tell us what motivates you, and maybe a special experience.
There's a lot that motivates me. There's a lot that motivates me with this. Now, the first thing that this is my 8th mission this year, and I've done a mission somewhere. So I think I've done about 9 missions.
Yeah.
Along with
yes.
And I've got colleagues that are maybe in the crowd that have done this for over 10 years, which is just absolutely amazing. So the first thing is I am absolutely privileged to be a part of this team. Yeah. It's a privilege to be a part of this. The reason why it's a privilege to be a part of this is because we're making a difference in people's life. And you can't take that away from anyone, making a difference in people's life. We can go on about our daily thing. I can go back to Auckland Hospital and I can work day in and day out and do my after hours and my normal hours, and I get my paycheck and I pay my mortgage and everything's fine. And I forget about everything else. But when we go to Fiji, we see the patient coming through. We see the family. They go through surgery. They come out of surgery. They go to the intensive care. The family come over. They say thank you. And there's a big difference in that because we know the dynamic in which we improve that patient's life and that family's life. It's a big thing that we don't see here. So there's a special thing that I experience every single year, and I'll say something that I experienced in my first year 8 years ago, and I was a new grad. I just finished perfusion school, and I went and I was invited on these missions, and I finished, and I was young, and I was tired, and we worked 14 or 16-hour days, and I was lifting the last box. And I wanted to walk out the door, and I'm like, I am done. I'm so tired. And then there's a young boy and a young girl, and then they tugged on my pants. They just tugged on my pants. And I said, oh, hi, hello, how are you? And they said, thank you. Their grandfather was with them. And he said, thank you. I said, thank you for what? And he goes, you saved their mother's life. Yes. 2 little kids. And I said, you're very welcome. I forgot about everything that I went through. And I said, I'm coming back. And 8 years later, I'm still back.
Yes. That's really nice, guys. Thanks, mate. Yeah, really nice. Brian. Brian, just tell us a little bit about what you do, man. I see you there, and I think in the last trip most of us arrived on the Thursday. You were there a couple of days before everybody else, the rest of the team. So what were you doing? What's your role, Brian?
My name's Brian. I'm a cardiothoracic anaesthetist, which means I'm an anaesthetic doctor who makes Chris's job possible. But to be fair, we're a part of a team. So as an anaesthetist, I make it so possible so that the patients survive surgery with drugs, care. We all work as a team, so I'm loath to say much more than that. But this year I came earlier because my role also involved pre-assessing lots of the patients to get the numbers who could have surgery, optimise them, and present them in front of the surgeon so that they could be operated on, and then take them to intensive care.
Yeah, nice. And what motivates you, Brian? I mean, a number of years now. Why? Why do this? I mean, you're flat out busy, I know, you know, at work. Why do you go to Fiji?
This is a hard one. I think all of us as doctors, nurses, Jasmine, she sacrifices time. I think I look around the tables tonight and of the people that I've worked with, and it's always about two things. It's about team and about the patient stories that we learn, because they're just not numbers. These are real patients who are, we are basically part of their community, their families. I work with an awesome team. To me, this is like Team New Zealand, which is ironic because there's people from all over the world that make up the Friends of Fiji. But this team is amazing. We work really long hours, and not just doctors and nurses and assistants. We work with people like Jasmine, who are like behind the scenes doing crazy logistical things that I don't think I would be able to organise. I can't even organise my desk. My wife will attribute to that. But she and the team make it possible for us to do the coalface work, which is putting a valve inside a patient who desperately needs urgent heart surgery. So that's number one, the team. And we come back year after year and we do crazy things as a team, but we all, at the end of the day, have dinner with each other, and that's a pretty crazy thing to do. We do it day in, day out for more than a week, and it's something that we look forward to every year. And the second thing is patients, because they're real. I have the privilege this year of pre-admitting patients and actually getting to know them personally and knowing their stories, about their struggles, about the relevancy of heart surgery to them. That's such a privilege for me.
Can you tell us just one thing, someone experience that might stand out, Brian?
So there's a lady who works for the Hilton in Dunedin, and she had a stroke, and it was because of her heart disease that she lost her job. And I asked her to dream about what her perfect result was, and for her it was purely to go back to work. For this lady, she taught herself to learn to walk again after her stroke. There's no ACC, there's no rehab in Fiji. She, with her husband and kids, learnt to walk again. For us to do heart surgery, she was just grateful because it gave her opportunity to go back to work. But she cried on the day that we saw her in intensive care. She was doing really well, and we just asked her why she cried, and she said that it was because she felt so fortunate and that she couldn't pay us back. And I think the team rallied around her and just said, look, it's not about paying us back, it's about you living your life to the max, and that's what it's about. It's about these amazing patients, because we're privileged to work on them and provide them care.
Wow.
But going back to normal life for them.
Wow, so nice, Brian. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. Wow. So as you can see, every team member's got a different story, and they're just a small part of the team that goes. But everybody's got these amazing stories to tell and reasons why they want to go back and just give back to Fiji and to these people who just cannot afford any treatment of this magnitude, and it's not even available there. So everybody, of course, in the team, they just give all their amazing expertise and skills for nothing. They give up. Most of them are hospital workers, so they're taking vacation time to go over there for two weeks a year. So there's half their vacation time is gone, and they're spending it in suboptimal conditions. Really difficult, as you could see from Lucia, difficult situations. And they're just giving their time because they want to make a difference. And it's all for nothing, it's all for free, and it's all just a gift. So let's give these guys a round of applause. What we're going to do, we're going to have dinner soon, but we'll just have a couple of dance items first. So kick back, relax, and enjoy the dances. And then we'll go into our buffet for the night. Really good, guys. Real good.
Jum, tak jum, tad jum, tad dit tam, tam dit, tarikit tak tak, jum, tak jum, tad dit tam dit, tarikit tak tak, jum, tak jum, tad dit tam ताम दित तरिकिट तगत झम तक झम तज्झम तद्दित्ताम आम ताम ताम दित तरिकिट तगत झम तक झम तज्झम तद्दित्ताम आम ताम ताम दित तरिकिट तगत झम तक झम तज्झम तद्दित्ताम आम ताम ताम दित तरिकिट तगत झम तक झम तज्झम तद्दित्ताम आम ताम ताम दित तरिकिट तगत झम तक झम तज्झम तद्दित्ताम आम ताम ताम दित तरिकिट तगत झम तक झम तज्झम तद्दित्ताम आम ताम ताम दित तरिकिट तगत झम तक झम तज्झम तद्दित्ताम आम ताम ताम दित तरिकिट तगत झम तक झम तज्झम तद्दित्ताम आम ताम ताम दित तरिकिट तगत झम तक झम तज्झम तद्दित्ताम आम ताम ताम दित तरिकिट तगत ಶ್ರೀಕರ ಸತ್ಯ ವಶೀಕರ ದೀನ ದಯಾಕರ ಕಾಂತಿ ದಿವಾಕರ ರೂಪ ಸುಧಾಕರ ಗುಣರತ್ನಾಕರ ನೀಕು ಪ್ರಖ್ಯತು ಪರಾಕು ಪ್ರತಾಪ ರಾಮ ಸದ್ಗುಣಧಾಮ ತತ್ತುಂ ತರತ್ತ ಗಿಣ್ಣ ತಕ್ಕ ತದ್ದಿ ಗಿಣ್ಣ ತುಂ ತಿತ್ತುಂ ತರತ್ತ ಗಿಣ್ಣ ತಕ್ಕ ತದ್ದಿ ಕಿಟ್ಟ ತುಂ ಶ್ರೀಕರ ಸತ್ಯ ವಶೀಕರ ದೀನ ದಯಾಕರ ಕಾಂತಿ ದಿವಾಕರ ರೂಪ ಸುಧಾಕರ ಗುಣರತ್ನಾಕರ ನೀಕು ಪ್ರಖ್ಯತು ಪರಾಕು ಪ್ರತಾಪ ರಾಮ ಸದ್ಗುಣಧಾಮ ತತ್ತುಂ ತರತ್ತ ಗಿಣ್ಣ ತಕ್ಕ ತದ್ದಿ ಗಿಣ್ಣ ತುಂ ತಿತ್ತುಂ ತರತ್ತ ಗಿಣ್ಣ ತಕ್ಕ ತದ್ದಿ ಗಿಣ್ಣ ತುಂ
धड़काए और सीटी बजाए दिल धड़काए सीटी बजाए बीच सड़क पे नखरे दिखाए ओ करके इशारे ओ लड़की ओ लड़की ओ लड़की आंख मारे ओ लड़की आंख मारे ओ लड़की आंख मारे
ओ इत्थे आ के आवागी तन पढ़ के जावागी तुझ पे नजरों ब्लॉक हो गई मेरी हद हो गई डिस्टेंस की गल हो गई अर्जुन से की बहुत हुई डिस्टेंस तेरी मेरी गली ते क्लोज तेरे हार्ट नकली पीछे तू दिन मेरा ओ इत्थे आ ओ इत्थे आ ओ इत्थे आ ओ इत्थे आ
I'll say clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I've traveled each and every highway and more, much more than this. I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do, saw it through without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway, and much more than this. I did it my way. Yes, there were times I'm sure you knew when I bit off more than I could chew, but through it all, when there was doubt, I ate it up and spit it out. I faced it all and I stood tall and did it my way. I've loved, I've laughed and cried, had my fill, my share of losing. Now, as tears subside, I find it all so amusing to think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way. Oh no, not me. I did it right. himself, but then he has not to say the things he truly feels. And not the words of what he needs. The record shows I took the rose and did it my Yes, it was Thank you. Hello, darling. Oh, hello, darling. It's so nice to have you back where you belong. You're looking swell, darling, I can tell. Darling, you're still growing, you're still growing, you're still going strong. Just feel that room swaying while the band's playing one of your own favorite songs from way back when. So take her out, fellas, find her an empty lap, fellas. Darling, we'll never go away again. Fellas, find her vacant need, fellas. Darling, we'll never go away again. Darling, we'll never go away again. Thank you. And in my twisted face, there's not the slightest trace of anything that even hints at kindness. And from my tortured shape, no comfort, no escape. I see, but deep within is utter blindness, hopeless. As my dream dies, as the time flies, love and lust, illusion, helpless, unforgiven, cold and driven to this sad conclusion. No beauty could move me, no goodness improve me, no power on earth if I can't love her. ocean could reach me. No lesson could teach me how I could have loved her and make her love me too. If I can't love her, then who? Long ago I should have seen all the things I could have been. Can't stand and thinking I need set me free, but it's not to be if I can't love her. Let the world be done with me. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very heart of it in old New York. I want to wake up in a city that never sleeps and find I'm a number one, top of the heap. These little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. And if I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you. New York, New York. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that never sleeps and find I'm a number one, top of the list, king of the hill, a number one. These little town blues are melting away. I'm gonna make a brand take it there. Oh, I'm gonna make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York, New York. Thank you. So for the next song, I'd like to give you That's Life by Frank Sinatra. But just for a little while, I'd like to say thank you very much to the Friends of Fiji for having us tonight. It's been a pleasure. We've got 2 more songs left, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you. That's life. That's what all the people say. You're riding high in April, shot down in May. But I know I'm gonna change that too. When I'm back on top in June. Yeah, I said that's life. And it's as funny as it may seem. Some people get their fix stomping on a dream. But I don't let it get me down. 'Cause this final world, it keeps spinning around. I've been a puppet, a pauper, a pirate, a poet, a pawn and a king. I've been up and down and over and out, and I know one thing. Each time I find myself laying flat on my face, I pick myself up and get back in the race. That's life. I tell you, I can't deny it. I thought of quitting, baby, but my heart just ain't gonna buy it. But nothing's shaking from this here true ride. I'll jump right on a big bird, and then I fly. I've been a puppet, a pauper, a pirate, a poet, a pawn and a king. Oh, I've been up and down and over and out, and I know one thing. Each time I find myself laying flat on my face, I pick myself up and get back in the race. That's life. That's life. And I can't deny it. I thought of quitting, baby, but my heart just ain't gonna buy it. 'Cause if nothing's shaking from this here true life, I'm gonna roll myself up in a big ball and fly. My. Thank you so much. So my last song for tonight, I'd like to dedicate it to the Friends of Fiji. I'd like to dedicate it to Mr. Patel and his team. Thank you so much for having us. And I'd like to dedicate it to my sponsors for tonight, Mr. and Mrs. Sen. Thank you so much. I'd like to dedicate this song for you. It is by Michael Bublé. Feeling Good. Hope you enjoy it.
So good. We've got another dance group coming up now, and we're going to start entering in the second phase of our evening. Come on up, guys.
दर्द तुम्हारा बदन में मेरे जहर की तरह उतर रहा है, बेख्याली में भी तेरा ही ख्याल है, बिछड़ना है जरूरी ये सवाल है। So baby, pull me closer in the backseat of your Rover that I know you can't afford. Like that tattoo on your shoulder, pull the sheets right off the corner of that mattress that you stole from your roommate back in Boulder. We ain't never getting older.
ये संगे मरमर सा तराशा हुआ शफाफ बदन, देखने वाले तुझे ताज महल कहते हैं, ताज महल कहते हैं।
and I think you'll enjoy it. It's going to give us a perspective of what goes on in these mission trips. So let's roll this, guys. And as you're taking your seats, let's give this a little bit of attention, okay? So basically, they received Ravina, I think it was 2017, wasn't it, Ravina? Come on up, Dale. Here we go. Give her a hand. Heart's all fixed up. See, the stairs are no problem. She's not breathless. All good. Come on out here so they can see you, Ravina. Don't want to embarrass you. So, Ravina, how many heart valves did you receive? Was it one valve? And it was 2017?
Yeah.
Okay. And how are you feeling now?
I'm good now.
Excellent. Excellent. Have you got children, Ravina?
Yeah, 2.
2 children? Yeah. Okay. So, is there anything you'd like to say to the people tonight?
Just only say thanks to Hearts of Fiji, and thank you very much for helping. Thanks very much, Hearts of Fiji, and thank you again, and thanks for the help.
All right, give them a hand. That's good, Ravina. God bless you. Yeah. That's good, guys. Yeah, well done. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for coming. So, 2 kids, they get to keep their mum. Husband gets to keep his wife. How good is that? Real people, real situations. And last year, what we did at the fundraiser, I got up here and I put in a request, and I said that what we needed was an echo machine, which was desperately needed to save lives in Fiji. And people generously donated last year. To be honest, I was just blown away by the generosity of people in this room last year. And we got this machine. Brian, you come up, bud. We got this machine last year. And I said, this machine, if we donate for this machine, it's going to save people's lives. We got the machine. The machine was expensive, and we've been using that machine. So this is just something to say thank you so much, people, for being generous last year. We're going to ask you for money, no question. Tonight, this is a fundraiser. I'm going to ask you for more money because we have really serious machines which we need so we can keep functioning, we can keep saving lives. But we got this echo machine last year, and Brian's been using this machine. You tell us what it does, Brian, and what it's done for us.
This is unexpected. So my name's Brian. I use the machine. I'm an end user. Can I ask Dr. Paul Musker to stand up, please? Because I'm not going to do this by myself. Paul, please stand up. We're cardiothoracic anaesthetists from Hamilton, and we use the new machine. Thank you to the Friends of Fiji for raising the money for this brand new machine that we took to Suva this year. So the machine what do we use it for? We use it to scan patients and recheck the fact that they need the heart operation. We also, once Krish, Adam and Palmer have done their work, and this year Roon as well, they're the surgeons, we check the valves, make sure that heart is good, and then come off the heart-lung machine that Gaz and his team kindly provide. Without the machine this year, we could not have done without the machine, because we just were stuck. One of the machines that we had failed. We have 2 machines. It failed on patient number 3, and to quote an ancient Cantonese proverb, I thought, oh shit. Because the machine, we can't do without a machine, we can't come off the heart-lung machine, we can't check the valve, we can't see that the patient is safe. So thank you for the generosity of the sponsors, for the people who pledge, who donate money and basically bought this life-saving machine, because it's not just a machine, it's not just a device, it actually means everything for us and everything for the patient. So thank you so much.
Well done, Brian. Yeah. And a big applause too for those who donated for that machine last year. Yes. We've had some sponsors who have donated some product for us to auction tonight. So we're going to auction some items, and you can buy these auctions, and all the money which you give for these auctioned items goes directly to the fund to fund our next mission trip. We need a lot of money to fund each mission trip, and so these lovely sponsors have donated items. There's about a dozen of them, and we're gonna. Where's Frank, our auctioneer? We're gonna auction these off tonight, and all the money goes to funding our next mission trip. So there's a whole variety of items, eh, Frank? And you're going to do an amazing job. People are going to give generously. Give Frank a hand as he comes to auction. He's come from Tauranga.
That's all good. Can I have one of those? Right, it's an absolute privilege for me to be here. Thank you, Ross. Last year you raised $120,000 in 5 minutes. I took a hell of a long time to get $102,000 in half an hour, but that was okay. It's an absolute privilege for me to come back, Di and I. I've had open heart surgery. You mightn't believe it. The puck is showing a bit more condition, so you do come right after it, I can believe you. Dave McCormack was my surgeon in Hamilton. We have cardiologists in Tauranga, but they don't do the surgery. I go over and check him out, because you're going in for operation, you want to know who's doing the goddamn job, don't you? And I looked at him and I thought, God, he's young enough to be my son. I said, have you had to practice on this job? I hope it's not your first operation. I'll be right. He specialised in mitral valves. So I've had a leaky valve for a long time. So I got tireder and tireder and tireder, and I've got the pension now, so I'm coming right. It's amazing what that does. But the thing about it, it was coincidental. A very good friend of ours, Kurti Singh, organised me to come and help you with this auction last year. And Kirit Patel rang me back again. You're coming back? I said, well, yeah, if you invite me, I'll come back. So he did. And as I say, it's a privilege to be here. So Gazza, that life support machine, wherever you are, before I went in for the operation, I decided I wanted to have a... Oh, really? Okay. Gazza, oh no, I've got something in my pocket. Hang on. Gaz, you're an important part of this machinery, and I decided before I went in for the operation, I'm here to do the auction, don't worry about it, but I thought, if something's going to look after me for a few moments or an hour or two or however long it is, I'd like to see what it looks like. So I'm going into the surgery, no, actually I'm on the bed, and I wanted to stay awake till I got in there. And I'm looking for this machine that would be massive. I got in there, it was a pretty little thing like this, and I thought, is that going to look after me while I'm in the operation? I got really quite concerned. Then they gave me the drug and I knew nothing else from there. But it's amazing. So I had mine on the 1st of February last year, 2018. I got a zip. I'm part of the Zippers Club. And while we were in there, they said, oh, we'll do a couple of grafts. So my poor partner died. She said, what the hell's a graft? When I was farming, it was putting trees together. And it was a double bypass. So we'll do that while we're in there. So we got that done. I wouldn't come off the ventilation machine, according to what I've heard. You know what's actually tough in this? It's not hard on us that are having the operation, it's hard on the family, the siblings, the friends, your loved ones. They struggle because they see what's happening. I have no idea what was going on. But I managed to survive it and I've come out the other side. I don't climb the mount every day. Di does. She does it for me. But it's fantastic, and so it's a privilege for me to be here, having gone through that process. And I didn't have to go to Fiji to do it. But you guys that take that team up there, you deserve a medal. You absolutely do. It's sensational. So guys, girls, ladies and gentlemen, you're here tonight to raise some money, and my job's to get it out of you. I have a New Zealand record for 24 hours of auctioneering. I'll stick around, don't you worry about it. You just keep waving. The light's challenging. That keeps flashing on the one eye I've only got left. You've got a piece of paper in front of you. Have a look at it. The items will come up on the board. And we've got some fantastic opportunities tonight. You got one? Can you see? So we've got the screen going. Yes, have a look at it. Righto. The first up, have a look at that. And what I have here, I've got the real silver replica of the cup. That's real. It's actually that heavy I can't hold it up, but since I've had the operation I can. So that's what goes with this, all right? It does actually fit about here. See, it's about there, all right? But you can do whatever you like with it, but it goes with this. I'll put it down there. A little story about this. The captain of this New Zealand team, it might say in your book it's 2017. It's not. It's the new boat coming up for 2021. And the captain's from Tauranga, and that's Peter Burling. And later on, there's an item coming up, a rugby jersey, and the captain there, who's covered a few times, is Sam Kane, and another jersey is by Kane Williamson. All went to Tauranga Boys College, all aged 26, and Kane Williamson happens to be in the house tonight. Don't look around, you won't recognise him. But anyway, first item up, ladies and gentlemen, signed by the team, the America's Cup. You give me a starter, please. Who's got that $30,000? New Zealand dollars, it's okay. We're not going to do it in Fijian dollars, you'll be right. Give me an opening bid, please. 500, light and low, watch it grow, have a go, you'll live it on and in. At 500, 500, it'll be 5. Make it 1,000 now. 500, bid 500, it'll be 5. $500 done, all done at $500. You're a miserable lot. You're here for the food and not the cause. Was that 1,000? Thank you, sir. $1,000, but $1,000. I'm going to take your 1,000, 2, 2, 3, and I got 3. $3,000, 3. Now you're getting serious. $3,000, 3, 3 on the right. Right at the far side at $3,000. At its time, done. All done at $3,000. Who hadn't bought anything tonight? Just put your hand up. It sometimes works. At 3,000, right on the far side, at 3,000, take away 500 and make it 3,500. Well, I got a different figure on here. We don't have reserves, but we got guides. Do you know what I mean? We're trying to raise money to help these lesser people. 3,000, 3, make it 3,500. At 3,500, I've got them over the far side. 3,500 round a bit 4 now, sir. 3,500, 500 bid 5. 3,000. Don't forget the silver piece that goes with it. In fact, you're probably getting that, and we'll throw this in. At 3,000, make it 4. I get 3,500. 3,500, 500 bid 5, make it 4,000. $3,500. At its time, I think was worth more than that. Please, please, please. I'm pleading. The heart's operated on. It's coming right. I've got a mitral valve. I don't want another one. Make it 4. At $3,500. 4, you're a legend. 4,000, I think we can sell it now. At 4,000 bid 4, 4, 4 bid. $4,000 bid 4, make it 4,500. At 4,000 bid 4, at $4,000, you're out. Make it 5. 4,000 once, twice, done. All done at $4,000. Thank you very much at 4,000. Right down here on the left-hand side. I don't want to be sacked on the job, but that's a bit less than we were thinking. But anyway, that's okay. The next one. Now, this is legendary. There was a little concern. The jersey, can somebody hold that up, please? This one on the screen, signed by the All Blacks. Now, there's a concern they never won the cup. But if you turn it over, it's got the result on the back. You'll be okay. The point is, it's not whether you win or lose, it's how you play the game. The Poms just got it right at that moment. The fact is, we beat South Africa in the first round. And the main thing here, guys, girls, ladies and gentlemen, there's some names on there that will never be on an All Black jersey ever again. Steve Hansen, Kieran Reid, Ben Smith, the legend Sonny Bill Williams. Why do I get a reaction? But you know what I mean. It's not about, this is a fantastic opportunity. So, dear Kira was quite concerned that you mightn't bid up. So it's for the cause. Who's going to start me off? Give me that 10,000, surely there should be a chorus. 10,000, you've got 5. Get it away. I get 1,000, 1,000, take 1,000 all the way, make it 2 now. I get 1,000, that'll be 1,000, that'll be 1,000, bid 1, 1, 1. Bid out the back at 2. I get 2,000, that'll be 2, 2, and 10. 2,000. Who hasn't got one of these at home? Put your hand up. 2,000 bid 2, 2 to make it 3. I get 3 if you like it. 2,000 bid 2, 2 on bid. Did they not tell you there's an auction here tonight? Hit 2,000 bid 2, make it 3. Hit 2,000 bid 2, 2 on bid, 2,000 bid 2 on bid. It's the only one here tonight. Make it 3. Thank you, sir. 3,000 bid 3, 4 if you like it. 3,000 bid 3, 3 on a bid. 3,000. I want you to do valve shortly. 3,000 bid 3,000 bid make it 4. Hit 4, 4, 4 in the meantime. I get 4,000 bid make it 5, sir. 4,000 bid 4, 4 to bid 4. I have the right to bid on behalf of the vendor. In this case, I'm not selling real estate. I'm selling some artwork. And I'm at 4,000. The bid's with me at $4,000, make it 5. What I'm telling you now, you cannot own it at that figure. Make it 5, sir. You're in real estate, I know you are. I do know that, Don. It's okay. Now, I'm not just one-eyed after all, but you'd look good with that one, Don. I can tell that. Make it 5. At 4,000, bid with me at 4. We're not going to sell it at a cheap price. We can't afford that. You won't get these people helped out in Fiji. At 4,000, make it 5. At 5,000, Don, I'll have a talk to the team. Make it 5. New Zealand dollars, here it is. First, 5. Thank you, mate. 5,000 bid 5, 5, 5 on a bid. 5,000 bid 5, 5 on bid. I'm actually worried you can't hear me. Down the back, in the side. Where's the team? Are we able to let it go at that? You've actually only got the frame at this stage. We'll take the jersey out of it. 5,000 bid 5, 5, 5, make it 6. At $5,000, we're going to sell it. First call, second call at $5,000. Third and final, done. Hold on at $5,000. You're a legend, Don. Thank you very much. The next one, oh, you'll be into these ones. You want to go back to Fiji, most of you. Is that all right? Oh, yeah. What old Emmett's saying was quite true. You might want to buy a syndicate, especially when you go on these trips. That's if you've got mates. So you can form a syndicate to buy it, and spend a bit more money. It's all for the right reasons. So the next item is 4 return airfare tickets to Fiji. 4 adults from Auckland to Fiji, compliments of Fiji Airways. We can't hold the plane up, okay? It's all right, we've just got the tickets. So 4 people to Fiji. Opportunity to some of you to get back home, get your friends there or back here. On the... You're going to talk to me? Oh, no. I get worried. I thought I'd be a naughty boy. Here we go. Who's going to start me off? 4 people, 1,000 each, 4,000. Give me a start-up. 4 tickets, Fiji Air. Opening bid. It is an auction. Please start me. Give me $1,000. Get underway for 4 people. Thank you. Phone 1,000. I'll be 1,000. I'll be 1,000. Take it to make 2. I get 2, 2, 2 and a 3 now if you like it. At 2,000, bid 2, 2 and a bid 2,000, bid 2. Make it 2, 3, 3, 3 now. At 2,000, bid 2,000 left. At 2,000 bid $2,000. 4 people to Fiji and back. They do bring you home, okay? Fiji Air. And a bit 2. Make it 3. Remember look what it is. I got 3. Thank you, sir. 3,000 bid 3, 3, 4. You could have gone there, table 17. You open it up, get it on the way, make it 4. I get 3,000 bid 3, make it 4,000. At 3,000 bid 3,000, $3,000 done. All on at 3. Remember, you're supporting the cause. You happen to get a couple of flights to Fiji. I got 4, 5. I'll take that anytime, anytime. Or 3-5. I am going deaf. At 3,500, take it to 500, make it 4, and make it 4. At 3,500, 5 and a bid. 3,500, 5 and a bid, 5, make 4. 4,000 bid 4. I'll take the 5 again. At 4,000 bid 4. No, I got that one. Yeah, 4. 4,000 bid 4, 4 bid 4, 4, 5. One thing I got a few parts missing. I've only got one eye. My brother shot me in 1974. I've still got the pellet in my head. But guess what? If I go around like this, it's the lead weight that's curving me over. And I've got 4,000. Make it 4, 5. There's no disabilities in life. You've got to live life to the fullest. And I've had that opportunity. It's my turn, your turn now. Make it 4, 5. At 4,000 before 4, have another drink, keep your fluids up. Make it 5, 4, 5. 4,000 before 4, 4 to table 16. At $4,000, we're selling first call, second call, and it's time done. All in at $4,000. Table 16, fantastic. Might have to take my coat off shortly. On your list now is a dental package. Have a look at your teeth here now and think about it. Here, table 16 now, team, for the bought that item. $10,000 worth of dental treatment, including cosmetic work by Key Street Dental. Now, last year's buyer got a bit of a discount, fair enough. That's okay, but the same person got $10,000 worth of dental treatment. And well, guess what? It was in the same mouth. It wasn't for another friend. It was the same person. So there might have been a couple of crooked ones there. So your chance to get your teeth straightened up, and I'll guarantee some of us have got a few crooked ones. Here's your chance, ladies and gentlemen, for the cause on the dental treatment. $10,000 worth. Give me an opening bid. 1,000, get underway. You've all got perfect teeth. Gee, that's a problem. I got a 1,000. Thank you, sir. 1,000, number 1 to make it 2 now. I got a 2, the ball 10 over here. 2,000 bid 2, 3. I get 3,000 bid 3. No, I'm not looking at you thinking you've got the teeth problems. It's okay. I get 3. 3 make it 4. I get 3,000 bid make it 4 now. 3,000 bid 3. 300 bid 3,000 bid 3. $1,000 done. All in at 3. You look good to me, mate. Let's make it 4. No, you can't take another bid. 3,000 make it 3, 5. At 3,000, sir. Make it 3, 5. 3,000, number 3, 3, 5 New Zealand dollars. It's a good cause. Straighten the teeth up. Smile, smile, smile. Kieran Reid, Colgate. You know what I'm talking about. And I'm at 3,000. Stretched like a Shanghai team. What do you reckon? Can we let it go? 3,000. That means I need a bit more. Make it 3, 5. At 3,000 bid 3, 3, make it 3, 5. Round the room at $3,000, $10,000 worth. This is not one you can share, unfortunately. It's into one mouth. Could be challenging. Make it, oh. Gazza, nice to see you, mate. Thank God you're here. How can you help?
I just want to know if my smile is good.
Yeah. It probably beats mine.
Guess what, guys? I bought the voucher last year.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Oh, no, hang on. Oh, wow. It was Gaza. No, now I'm feeling that a lot better that he's operating that machine.
Someone has to outbid me this year, surely.
Well, I got 3 here.
We need a bit more.
Yeah, will you go a bit more? That's okay. Yep, 3, 5. Make it 4. Make it 4, come on. 4,000, sir. It's okay. You don't own it yet. 3, 5. Gazzy, you don't need your teeth fixed.
I'll put it in perspective.
What would you do?
I'll put it in perspective. A Hal valve costs about $4,500 to $5,000. A half, one Hal valve. And we do 1 or 2 or 3 in a patient. So let's go. Come on. We need to make.
Is that 5,000, sir?
Let's go.
I get 4,000. I get 4. 4,000 bid 4, 4 bid 4. God, I'm getting excited. 4,000 bid 4, 4. I might have to take my coat off shortly. I might expose too much. 4,000 bid 4, 4 to make it 4, 5. Thank you, Gazza. 4,000 4, 4, 4 to bid 4, 4, 4. Sir, make it 5. 4,000 4, 4, 5. 4,000 4, make it 4, 5. At 4,000, look at me, sir. Look at me. Look at me. Make it 4, 5. I got a memory. Opening bid was on table 17, and you got to 3, and I'm at 4, 5. It's your turn. You're going to go? I love the way you move the eyes, sir, and some people that's bidding. Make it 4, 5. At $4,000, over here, 5, 4, 5. Yeah, 4, I'd take the 500. 4, 5. 4, focus, sir. Look at me, look at me. Make it 4, 5. You got your hands folded. The body language is telling me you're not into it. 4-5. Oh, 4-5, sir. You're out behind you. I got 4-5 here. 4,005, 5 in a minute. 4,005, make it 5,000. At 4,005, at $4,500. We're going to sell it. It's had its time. We're going to let it go. Done, all done at $4,500. Thank you very much down here, sir. Oh, gee, that music's good. Hey, guys, you can I have that glass of water? I forgot to bring it up. Next item. This is a legend. I have to be honest, I've had the privilege of meeting this man, and whilst he was living in Papamoa, I had the opportunity of selling his house. And if you've ever had the chance, thanks Tom, ever had the chance of meeting Sir Colin Meads, who didn't like to be known as Sir Colin, wouldn't sign his name Sir Colin, but Meadsy, a legend. That man gave plenty when he played rugby, but he gave plenty after the game. We went down to Tikawiti. If you've ever go through Tikawiti, famous Meads country, the bronze statue of Colin Meads. You were there yesterday? Oh, I'll tell you what, you don't have to pay, you can bid now. So on the Colin Meads, framed collage of the great Sir Colin Meads. Well, I haven't got it in front of me, is it? I'll take it's over there. Where is it? Team. There's no picture as such there. No, it's the collage of Colin Meads. I better sell the right thing. But on Meadsy, I used to do a lot of, well, still do, but charity auctions down there. He was a great supporter of IHC, rearing calves, etc. So we got it there, team? No, maybe. I can only sell it if we've got it. Mind you, we could sell it on the basis that we'll find it. How's that go? It's, you know, life's full of challenges, isn't it? If you want to stand up here and be an auctioneer and you haven't got the product to sell, it's a bit of a challenge, but that's okay. Shall we just put that on hold at the moment until they find it? Yeah, we'll carry on. We're on to the next one. That was easy. This time we're into Fiji again in this holiday at Malolo Island. 3 nights accommodation on the Ocean View Bure on the magic Malolo Island. Included boat transfer from South Sea Cruises, plus there's 2 return economy class airfares, Nandi Auckland on the Fiji Airways. Now, I've had the privilege of going to Malolo. There's a great shell place where they sell shells, seashells on the seashore. You know the one? And anyway, my mum actually had a timeshare on Malolo Lailai, which is the small island between Plantation and dear old Dick's place. What's it called, that place? What's it called? Muscat Cove. Yeah, I just lost my memory for a moment. It's quite fantastic. So here's a chance to go to Malolo, 3 nights accommodation, couples of South Seas cruises and 2 and Fiji Airways to get you there and back. On that one, please, start me off. Got a couple of grand. Should be a chorus here. 6,000, I'll take that. 1, 2, 1,000, but 1,000, but 1,000. My hearing's okay. 1,000, but 1,000, I'll take 1,000 away, make it 2 now. 1,000, but 2, 2,000, but 2. Oh, really? 2,000, but 3. I get 3,000, but 3, make it 4. Oh, my gosh. 3,000, but 3, make it 4,000. 3,000, but 3, 3 round the room, make it 4. Item. Here it is. It's possibly not on the screen, is that right? It's going to come on the screen. Yep, okay, fantastic. This is Colin Meads, Sir Colin. He and a very good man, Dick Taylor, who was the blonde guy in 1974 who collapsed after winning the 10,000 metres in Christchurch. He's since had actually he's had a heart operation too, the same man. But Dick Taylor, this man, and at the time, Helen Clark went to win us the World Cup opportunity a few years ago. So he's a legend. Here's your chance. Give me a starting bid, please. Open it up on Sir Colin Meads. There's a collage there. Jasmine, she's holding up, she's versatile, she can do anything. You knew that when you heard her talking before. Give me a starting bid. How much? No, you tell me, I can't hear. That's in about 3 places, so I've got 1,500 if you want to all be in. No, okay. Oh, thank you. I got a five, and a bit 5, 1,000 here. $1,000 bit of $1,000 bit, make it 1,500. $1,000 bit of 1,000 bit. You just got to get it started. 1,000 bit of $1,000 bit of 15, 1,005. 1,500 bit of so 1,005. 1,500 bit 1,500 bid. Make it 2,000 now. It's a legend. 2,000, thank you, sir. 2,5. 2,5, make it 3. I get 3 here. 3,5, you like it down the far end. You can come in down here any time you like. At 3,5. 3,005, 5, and a bit 3,5. Make it 4. Sir. 3,555, 3,5. Don't hide behind them. I've got to relocate. At 3,5, 4. 4,000 bit 4, 4 will make it 4,5. 4,5, 4,5 make it 5. 5,5, 5,000 bit 5. 5,000 bit 5, 5 and bid. 5,000 make it 5,5. At $5,000 done. All done at $5,000. Do you want to do 5,5? Got it. Thank you, ma'am. No, that's fantastic. Oh, it's not you, but it's him. Okay, I'd stick to being you. And at 5,5, make it 6,000. Took a while, make it 6. 5,000, 5 and a bid. 5,500 and a bid, 500. $5,500. First call. Second call. There's the only one here tonight, and it took a while to find it. Make it $5,000. Shh. I'm 5,500 here. I get 6. $5,500 with you, ma'am, or him actually, but you, yeah, both of you. I don't want to get confused. Oh, we'll make it 6. 5,000, 5, and a bit 5. Make it 6,000. Have a drink. Keep your fluids up. You dehydrate. 5,000, 5, and a bit at $5,500 to the syndicate. Done. All done. Thank you, ma'am. 5,500. Oh, I love that music. Righto. This time, it seems to be taking a wee while. I do apologise for the time factor, but I've been asked to get as much money out of you as I can tonight. And it doesn't actually matter. We're here for a cause. Luxury Blue Lagoon Cruise Package. I think that's up the Wasaras, is it? Wasaras? Yasawas. Oh, I was close. I did a bit of homework, you know. Got it wrong. Up the Yasawas. 3 nights Blue Lagoon Wanderer Cruise on the Fiji Princess includes accommodation in the cabin with private facilities, meals, cruise entertainment, shore excursions and activities. 2 adults. 2 return economy airfares, Nandi to Auckland, compliments of Fiji Airways. So this time you're going to land at at Nandi and go up to the Yasawas. Beautiful opportunity. Give me an opening bid there. Who's been to the Yasawas before? Put your hand up. Gee, not many of you need to bid then, don't you? 1,000. 1,000 bit of $1,000 bit 1. Make it 2 now. At 2. At 2,000 bit 2, 3. I get 3,000 bit 3. Make it 4. At 3,000 bit 3, 3, 4 if you like it now. At 3,000 bit 3 on bid. At $3,000 bit $3,000 done. All at 4. Right in front. Are you in the same syndicate? No. Just the same table. I get 4. 4,000 bit 4, 4. She's better looking than you, actually. 4,000 make it 5. At 4,000 bit 4, 4 to make it 5. 5 now. At 5,000 bit 5, make it 6. $5,000 bit 5. At $5,000 to the Yasawas. And back. At the moment, you haven't got out of Auckland. 5,000 bit 5, make it 6,000. Take a 500, man, make it 5,500. 5,500, do the same for you, sir. 6,000 now. 5,000, 5,500 bit 500, make it 5,500. 5,500 here, make it 6,000. I got 6. 6,000 bit 6, make it 6,500. That's 6,000 bit 6 on bid. 6,000 bit 6,500. 6,000 bit 6. No pressure. You don't know which eye's working, do you? Make it 6,500. It's $6,000. Take a... No, it's not done yet. First call is $6,000. Second call, we're going to sell it for the one of 500 for the cause open heart surgery for $500. Make it 6,500. Is that an okay? Have a talk. No, oh, she's waiting for the next one. I'm going to sell it, $6,000, done, all done. Thank you, sir, $6,000. Well done. I hope somebody's adding these figures up. Treasure Island. So this lovely lady's waiting for Treasure Island. What about the fella? This is 5 nights. And I know it's about $795 per night. That's a good starter if you're paying the real thing. Now you can do this, support the cause, including 2 return economy affairs for 2 adults. It doesn't say it there, but believe it or not, it's from here and back to New Zealand. 2 return affairs, yeah. I just wanted to quantify that and qualify it and make sure. You'd be scared if you only got over there and couldn't get home. Here we go. Treasure Island, 5 nights, 2 adults. Ma'am, what do you want to start it with? 5,000? Well, it's going to go beyond that. Make it 5. I get 1,000. 1,000, number 1, number 2 now. I get 2 here. 2,000, number 2, 3 if you like it now. At 2,000, number 2, 2, number 2, 2, 3. At 3,000, 4 here. 4,000, number 4, to make it 5. At 4,000, number 4, 4, number 4, 4, 5, 5 if you like it. This is 5 nights. Really? And there's a flight back home, even though the piece of paper doesn't say so. We'll get you over there and we'll get you home. And at 4,000 right here at the table, is it the same syndicate? 4,000 and 4 will make it 5. At 4,000 and 4, ma'am, have another drink. Keep your fluids up. Make it 5. You want to go to Treasure Island, I can tell. Come on. Make it 5. At 4,000, 5 nights, only 1,000 a night, not much. 5,000, I have it here. 5,000, bid 5, make it 6 now. At 5,000, bid 5. 5,000, bid 5, right around the room. At $5,000, we're going to sell it. Take it 500. You be the judge for $500. Talk to your syndicate. 5, got it, it's right out the back, thank you team. 5, put those syndicates together, make it happen. Number 5, you needed to go to 6 last time and you said you wait for this one. You got to go to 6. Well, make it $6,000. 6,000 bid 6, make it 6,5. $6,000 bid 6, right in front here. 6,5. Come on, team, you're going well down the back there. Make it 6,5. Come on. 6,5. I have 6,5. Now you've got to really concentrate. 6,500. There's no more flights anywhere in the world here tonight. That's 6,500 in a minute. 6,500 make it 7,000. At $6,500, think of the valves you're going to support. It's fantastic. At $6,500, first call, take a 500 round the room, hardest time, we're selling once, twice. You want to go to Treasure Island, I can tell. Third and final call, hammers coming down, done, all done. Right out the back, thank you, sir. Thank you, Hammett. 6-5, oops, hang on. We're there. Next item, Sir Edmund Hillary. Now, if you've ever met this man, you won't now because he's not with us, but I did have the privilege. A little story, I know I diverge a bit, but we were doing a charity auction in Tauranga and we drove up to see the man with his wife June. Went to his house here in, well it used to, in fact I'm not sure what's happened to the house now, but they've resold it. And I had some brand new $5 notes because I thought I'll get him to sign those. He said, Frank, how many do you want? I said, you keep signing. And we just slipped a few under his hand. The same guy was a legend and will always be remembered as a legend. On the 1953 at 11:30 a.m, he hit the top of that hill called Mount Everest. You start me off on this bit of memorabilia, ladies and gentlemen. An opening bid, I don't mind where we start. 5,000? No, 500. I just saw the whole hand up. I didn't know what to do. 500 bid 5. Take your 5 all the way. 1,000, 1,500 now. 1,500, 1,000, 5. At 1,500, make it 2,000. At 2, and I got 2,000. One of your sons bidding, Dorsey. At 15, 3,000. I get 3,000 bid 3, unbid. 3,000 bid 3. This is all framed, ready to go. Looks good in the office, but will look very good at home. Under bid 3, make it 3,500. At 3,000 bid 3, unbid. 3,000 bid 3, the hammer's the wrong one at 5. 3,500, round bid 4 now. At 3,400, 4,000 bid 4,500. At 5,000. 5,000 bid 5, make it 6 now. At 5,000 right in front here. 5,000 bid 5 unbid. At $5,000, done. All in at $5,000. Now, He signed the pick. And to be honest, it's not that long ago because the signature's quite shaky. I got one myself, but it's not that pick. And it is a replica, please understand that, because he would not let that goddamn pick go. I happened to see the pick that went up to the top. There's no show with me going up there without a heart operation, I can tell you that. Can't even get up Mount Maunganui. I'm at 5,000. 5,000 bid 5 on bid, 5,000 bid 5 right here, 5,000 make it 5 right around the room. Last chance, Sir Edmund Hillary, the beekeeper, the legend on the $5 note. You give me another bid for $500, 5. 6, 5. 7. Yeah, come on, it's not that hard. 7,000 bid 5, round about 8. I got 8,000 bid 8, make it 8,5. 8,000 bid 8,000 bid 8, make it 8,5. 8,000 $10,000. 10,000, make it 11. 11,000 bid 11,000, 11,000 bid. Don't look at him, focus. 11, make it 12 now. I thought you were going to blow him out, actually didn't work. You might have to go a bit more, make it 12. I got 11,000, bid 11. Anyone else can come in anytime you like. Not a problem. I'm at 11,000, make it 12. Your turn, sir. Make it 12. There's only one here tonight. Last one. At $11,000, had its time. We're selling. Get your mate to have a drink with you. Good on you. First call at $11,000. Second call, done. Hold on at 12. 13. Make it 15. 15. Oh, 15, he's going again. He's a he wants it. 15,000 bid, 1,500, 15,000 bid, 1,500. That's 1.5. 15,000 bid, $15,000. We're going to sell it. And my coat's coming off, I can assure you of that. First call, second call, we're selling, done. All in at $15,000. Thank you, guys down here. Righto. It's quite hard work, you know. I think I've lost the valve overnight. We just draw attention to number 10. We're going well, team. Fantastic. These are amazing items. They're small. You'll see it on the screen. It's a valve. I don't believe this one's been used before. It's brand new. Just to clarify a couple of things, this is a what do you call those valves? It's a steel, isn't it? A steel? Stainless steel? Is it a stainless steel valve? Yeah. Mine actually, I've got a pig valve, so I've got a lot more grunt than I thought I had. But the truth is that certain valves suit certain people, so that's how it works. But this is, what do we say here? From Obex Medicals Limited. It's a memento. Each heart valve costs around $5,000. However, to a recipient is priceless, and I know that for a fact. While this piece will have no commercial value to the winner, don't think you're going to buy it tonight and put it on eBay, or for that matter, trade me. It is a reminder of how this little intricate device saves a life. And it's so tiny. It's unbelievable. And I just want to remind you again, for those people and that whole team, not just the surgeons, you've got to have the gazzers that operate the machines. It's all of that, the anaesthetist. It's just a team effort, huge effort. And this is a little reminder of a memento. So who's got that 20,000, get underway. It's all framed up, ready to go. Beautiful. I don't mind, let's start it. 5, should be a chorus, it's for remembering. $5,000, we'll light and low, watch it grow. You give me a start, please. On a valve, who's got a new valve? Put your hand up. Oh, I have. Hey, come on. This is special. You don't get one of these. Is that 5,000, sir? Thank you, sir. 5,000. I'm going to take you one all the way, just light and low, watch you grow, and I want 5,000 bid 5. 5,000 bid 5, round 6 now. I get 6,000 if you like it, 6 on bid. Make it 7, sir. That's 6,000 bid 6 on bid, 6,000 bid 6, 7 if you like it. 7 on bid. I got 8 here. 8,000 bid 8 on bid, make it 9. 8,000 bid 8 on 9, 9,000 bid 9,000. 9,000 bid 9, round about 10. I get 9,000 bid 9,000 bid 10. 9,000 bid 9,000 down. At $9,000 out the back on the far right hand side. At $9,000. Done, all in at 9. You've just really got the plaque. No valve. That'll be 9,000, right out the back there. 9,000, so money at 10. At 9,000, you know what it's all about. You're supporting the cause. You do. It'll look good alongside Hillary's pick. That little thing alongside Hillary's pick will give you a hell of a reminder, I can assure you of that. That'll be 9,000, 9,000, that'll be 999. 9,000, 9, make it 10 now. At $9,000, done, all in at 9,000. Ash, what do you reckon? I thought we might have got a few more dollars than that. How much? Make it, yeah, I think it should be 10. Got 10, I got 10, thank you, mate. No, is that you waving, sir? No, oh no, you're the chairman, that's okay. I got 9,000, but 9,000, but 9,999, round about 10, sir. Make it 10, I'll ask you to amend your bid, and I'll see if they'll sell it. I got 9. Yeah, I know, but I want 10. We got a little bit of a problem here. No, look, they're not paying me, you know that, eh? No, it's not like... Make it 10, sir. I'm trying to get new blood here. 9,000, 999, 9,000, make it 10 now. At 9,000, 9,000 round the room. At $9,000, first call. Look, in real estate, sir, we'd ask you to amend your bid to 10. Oh, God, that's Lucia? No, don't be sorry. I think you're a legend for what I heard you say before. And you keep waving out, and I'm not taking a bit off you. You're amazing. That'll be 9,000, 9,000, 9,000. 9,000. I'm going to have to let it go. Oh, yeah, I'm getting instructions. I'm getting a nurse over there telling me what to do. It's fantastic. $9,000. We're selling. First call, second call, done. Hold it at 9,000. Thank you very much. Oh my gosh. I'll keep my fluids up too. Oh, look at this one. Now this is the hand that guides the gift of life. What intrigues me with this, and I got to say, when I had my valve put in, I didn't realise they used that particular instrument because I didn't see, I couldn't see. But it obviously did, so it worked. So there's the gift of life. Unbelievable. That's what they put the valve in with. So here's another one of those fantastic items. The frame surgical instrument used for life-changing experience for all cardiovascular valve procedures. An opening bid, please, ladies and gentlemen. Beautifully mounted. This would go well again with the pick. Give me 5, get underway. 5,000. I'm not sure the difference between that one and the valve. I suppose both go cap in hand. Sir, have you got 10,000 on this one? Just thought I'd ask. 1,000, I've got 2,000 now, but 2,200 to make it 3. At 2,000, but 2,200, but 2,000 to make it 3,000 now. At 2,000, but 2,000, but 2 on bid. At 2,000, but 2,000, but 2. 2,000, what's the difference? It's for the cause. 2,000 to make it 3,000. You're getting a bit tired. 3, thank you. 3. Did you get the same one? Yep, that's okay. 3,000 bid 3, 4, 4, 4 now if you like it. 3 on bid. 3,000 on bid 3, $3,000 done. All in at 4. New blood. 4,000 make it 5. At 4,000 bid 4, 4 to make it 5, 5, 5 and a bid 5. 4,000 5, 5. No, you're just scratching your nose, aren't you? Yes, that's right. 5,000 now. 4,000 bid 4, 4 here in the white shirt. There's a few of you. 4,000 bid 4, make it 5. At $4,000 done. All in at 4,000. Something's not quite right. You're missing the beat here. You might need a heart operation yourselves. Well, the main thing is I can't let it go at that. I'm under strict instructions. Kirit phoned me in Tauranga. He said, now you've got to get all of this money. But if you don't bid, I can't get it. Make it 5. Fourth out of it, 4 to make it 5. Fourth out of it, 4 $4,000. First call. Second call. Done. 5. Got it. Sir, 6. 6. No, don't let him have it. It's not that easy. 6 out of it, 6. Make it 7. At 6 out of it, 6. It's all for the right reasons. 7. I got 7. 8. 9. No, it's okay. Make it 9. Because I tell you what, we got 9 for the other part. Make it 10 now, sir. Look at me. 10. 9th out of it, 9. Make it 10. No pressure. It's your turn. I got a 9th out of it, 9. 9th out of it, 9. Make it 10. At 9th out of it, 9. 9th out of it. Why do I getting stuck on 9? Make it 10,000. Turn the corner, sir, and I'll put it on the market. That fella there. No, it's the fellow in the blue shirt behind you. You're going to bid 10,000. You're a legend. Thank you, sir. We're on the market here for sale. Out of a 10. $10,000 bid. 10 on bid. There's 2 brothers here. They're going to go 5 each. Special deal. 10th out of a $10,000 bid. 10. One's going to take the piece of the plank, and the other one's going to take the unit. Out of a 10,000. First call. Second call. We're selling it $10,000. Done. Hold on. Thank you, guys. 10,000. Right, not on your piece of paper. There's 2 further items that have been kindly donated. And one's a lovely painting there of Mahatma Gandhi. Have we got that there, guys? It's up here. You all know who he is. It's been done locally. Have we got the original there somewhere? Somebody like to hold the original up? Yeah, please. That's him? Yep. There's not much of him. Have a look. Mahatma Gandhi. I don't need to explain to you guys who he is. Start me off, please. That's the original right there. I got 1,000. 2,000. I got 2. At 2, 3 on bid. 3,000 bid, 4 to bid. 4,000 bid, 4 to make it 5. At 4,000 bid, 4 to bid, 4 make it 5. You're out, sir. 4 over here. 4,000 bid, 4 again the right now. Make it 5,000. 4,000 bid, 4,000 bid, 4. It's an original. 4,000 bid, 4 make it 5. At $4,000 done. Hold on at 4,000. Have you got one of these at home, sir? 4,000. I'm just being polite. Make it 4-5. Take it 500 around the room. Make it 4-5. At 4,000 bid, 4 to bid, 4. I've got $4,000 over here on the right. Make it 4-5. At $4,000. What do you reckon, team? Let it go. Have it. What do you reckon? $4,000. First call. Second call. Third and final done. All done at $4,000. Thank you, sir. In the middle here, 4,000. And the last item is a framed jersey, the cricket jersey, signed by the New Zealand cricket team, 2017, against South Africa. We happened to be sitting in the foyer today, and a bloke walks in, and I said, "How are you, Kane?" And Kane Williamson is in the house. Unfortunately, we thought we'd get him into here, but he was going out socially, but because he's playing cricket here. So he's from Tauranga, a legend. As Martin Crowe once said, this Kane Williamson, the captain of our team, is probably the best batsman the world has ever seen. And here he is, here staying in the Pullman tonight. So on this one there, you don't trip, because you get the dress. And I know this one, this is Kane's signature right there. So he is on there. You can't read the rest, it doesn't matter. 2017 cricket team versus South Africa. Give me an opening bid. They were robbed at the World Cup, we know that, but that's another story. Opening bid, please, ladies and gentlemen. Give me 1,000, get underway. Last item, thank you, sir. Come on, $1,000. Do you know what Ash was telling me? Back in 1912, Fiji had a world-class cricket team. True story. You're probably too young to know that. But I did a bit of homework, you know. True, Ash, eh? And number $1,000, make it two now. $1,000, number two, number two, then number make it three here. $3,000, number three, four if you like it. At $3,000, number three. Talk to your sons, Dozzy. $3,000, number three, make it four. At $3,000, number three. $3,000, take away $500 down the far end. I get three in front here. $3,000, number $3,000. On the cricket jersey, New Zealand 2017 versus South Africa. First call at $3,000. Second call, that is time. You've done well. We will sell. Done. All on at $3,000. Thank you very much. Thank you. Righto, hand you over. Thank you, boss. Yes. Righto. We've got these are the beautiful things in life. I do have a situation that has arisen. Shh. You've been a fantastic audience. Don, come up here and join me. Don Ha, a legend in real estate, Frank Vosper in Tauranga, but that's okay. Hey, Don, nice to see you, mate. We're on the same game.
Thank you.
But Don has bought the rugby jersey. He's now kindly donating it back to be bought again. Is that correct?
Correct, yes. So, ladies and gentlemen,
you're an auctioneer too?
Yep. Firstly, when it comes to saving life, if someone was here in the room and died right now, and if it means for you to sell your house to save that person, the question is, would you do it? Would you do it to save someone in this room if it means to sell your house? Would it mean if you cut your finger off to save that one person's life, would you do it? Well, I got an answer for you. I will do it. Because giving is receiving. Friends of Fiji, my wife is from Fiji. My business is 75% Fijian Indian. I want to thank you for your business firstly. But this morning I was driving my son. He's 11 years old. I said, what are you going to be when you grow up? He said, I'm going to be a surgeon. I said, you only can operate on one per day, maybe two. How much money are you going to make? He said, $1 million. So now I know you guys are earning $1 million. Table number 5, they own the most houses in this room alone. You got Ricky Ali built 80 houses here, Chris Rajan, top 10 speculator, Rick Hill, top 10 speculator. Now, if you guys are in a bid for this item, ASAB Finance, they can do $100 million loan, 24 hours approvals. They're going to give you that money tonight. So what I'm going to do is I already given $5,000 away. I'm going to donate that rugby jersey back to re-auction it and to make it even more worth your while. I'm going to throw in a trip for 2 to Melbourne to have an international day with me. All 40 expense pay, lunch paid for, flying out on the 22nd, fly back on the 22nd midnight. And furthermore, I'm going to throw in 2 more trips to Queenstown, 40 paid for, lunch with me, fly in the morning, fly back, 40 paid for. And that's going to be part of this auction item that I'm going to donate to you guys tonight. Okay, so here we go. Just remember, guys, you can make a difference. Where are you ladies? Please hold that jersey up. Jasmine, where are you? Please hold the jersey up. Please come up here. Now, I have a daughter called Jasmine, too. If she looks beautiful as this Jasmine, I think I'll be really happy. Okay, have we got 5,000? Anybody? 5,000 anywhere? Can I see your hand, please? 5,000, 4 trips. 5,000 over there. Anybody else? We got 6,000, 6,000 anywhere. 5,000, 5,000. Come on, guys. Meaning saving lives. Save the little child. Remember the little child that go like this? You saved my mother. How clear? 6,000. Anybody else? 7,000, 7,000, 5,000, 7,000 plus 4 trips. Frank here's going to help me a bit.
Yeah,
Yep, 7. How much that? 8,000? 9,000, anybody? 9,000? I'm not going to get 1,000 at a time. If you haven't got 1,000, I'm going to give it to you. 9,000. Here we got 9,000. 7,000. 7,000. 7,000 going once. 7,500. 7,500. 8,000. Thank you, Jethan. Guys, you got to look at this, Jethan. Jethan just raised $151,000 this August for 4 charities. How much is that here? Sorry.
Right out here, Don.
Help me out.
Right out the back.
How much is that, Frank?
8.
8.5. 8.5. 4 trips included. 8.5.
And the jersey.
And the jersey as well. 8.5 right there. Thank you, sir. 9,000 anywhere. Here we got 9,000.
Yep.
Thank you, Jethan. 9,000. How many are you holding his hand down? 9.5. Anybody? Anywhere? 9.5.
9 here. I've got 9,000 here. You're out.
9.5. If it means that you can... Thank you, Chris.
10,000.
10,000. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. 10.5. 10.5. Anybody? 10.5. 10.5. If it means to say, please give me 10.5, I will say, please give me 10.5. Somebody, please give me 10.5.
10.5.
10.5. I'll tell you what, somebody spent the 10, I'll give the 5. Okay? So if somebody already spent the 10, I'm going to spend the 5. So I've got the 500. Who's got the extra 500? 10.5, please. 10.5. 10,000 going once. 10.5 right there. Thank you. 11,000. Come on, Chris. 11,000. I'll tell you what, Chris. Okay, I want to do this deal for Chris because he's a speculator. If you spend 15,000, I'm going to charge you half price commission for selling your next house. Half price. In fact, half price. Same deal for Rick Hill. You can share the deal. 15,000, half price commission. Once. 11,000? 11,000, thank you. Thank you. 11,500. 11,500. Thank you. 11,500, 12,000 anywhere. Remember, you're getting 4 flight trip and the rugby jersey. And half price commission. What am I doing? How much are we at?
11,500.
Thank you, Frank. 11,500, 12,000. 12,000. 12,000. Here we got 12,000. Thank you, sir. 12,000. 12,500.
You're out. 30.
Thank you. 13. Thank you. Thank you, Darwin. Thank you. 14. 14. Anybody? 14,000 right there. Is that right, Jay? Have we got 14? Thank you. 14. Right, 15,000. Anybody? 15,000. 15,000. You can make a difference. You can save somebody. Thank you. 15,000. 15,500. Anyone? 15,500. 15,500. Anybody? 15,500. This is getting fun. 15,500. Does that mean I'm going to sell your house for free? 15,500. 15,500. 15,000 going once. 15,000 going twice. And so. Everybody, Darwin Patel, ASAP Finance. If you need finance in 48 hours, go to table 8.
Hey, Ron. I want to re-up from Hartville there. What do we do? It's all money, isn't it? It's going to stuff you up.
Can you do it in,
Yeah, I'll do it.
2 minutes?
Yeah.
Literally.
A little bit of pressure. The heart valve's up for re-auction. Kindly bought, paid for, put it back up again. And Ross has given me strict instructions, 2 minutes.
120 seconds.
120 seconds.
Yeah, 2 minutes.
2 minutes! 120 seconds. On the heart valve, ladies and gentlemen. Can we find it again? Oh, thank God for that. Right, give me on the way. It's come back. It's recycled. Second hand this time. Been used once. What? It's still in its box. It hadn't taken out yet. Give me $1,000. Get away. 1,000, but two to make it 2 now. 2,000, but 2, 3. 3 to you. 3,000, but 3, make it 4. At 4, 4 if you like it. 3,000, but 300, 3,000, but 3,000, but 3,000, but 3,000, but 3 bits with you. At $3,000 done. All in at 3,000. Opportunity here. Make it 4. How come it's cheaper this time round? 3,000, but 3, 300, but 3, make it 4,000. If you're not in, you can't win. Have a go, you never know. Make it 4,000 on the heart valve. For the right reasons, Friends of Fiji Heart Foundation, I'm at 3,000. Make it 4. If we can't get through the bids, we're going to just set aside at 3,000. Bids with me, make it 4,000. $3,000 bid 3, 3, make it 4. I don't need another valve. Make it 4,000, look at 4 here. 4,000 bid 4 to make it 5. At 4,000 bid 4,000 bid $4,000. I'm on the clock at $4,000. Once, twice. This is extra money. Third and final call at 4. Take 1,000. Round the room. Done. Hold on at $4,000. Thank you, Joe. Down here at 4,000. Well, I thank you everybody for your spirited bidding. Make sure you settle, pay up, all of those sort of things. And once again, thank you very much for having me back this year, and wish the Friends of Fiji Heart Foundation all the best, the team going up to Fiji. Thank you, Ross.
Give them a hand, everybody. Didn't you do well, Frank? Didn't Don do well? Yeah, great guys, great auctioneers. Thank you very much, Frank. You're a legend, man. So, are you feeling in the generous mood now? Huh? How are you feeling? Look at you, you are. What we want to do is, the razzmatazz is over. There's no more audio visual, flash audio visual, there's no more songs. There's no more dancing. We're down to the most serious part of tonight. Can I please have silence right across this place? Please, I just want everybody's attention. You, me, look. Please, right across. The most important part of tonight is now, because what we need to do is we need to raise some serious money for some ventilators for the Friends of Fiji Heart Foundation. And I'm going to ask you to be very, very generous. You have to. We have to get these machines. There's no hype, there's no gimmicks. I'm just going to ask you for money. No speech. I'm just going to ask you for money for these machines. To give you a brief idea of what the ventilators do is they basically, you've heard of life support? That's what these machines do. So somebody finishes surgery and they need, obviously they need help with breathing. So we need to put them on a ventilator. And it keeps them alive. It keeps them alive. We can regulate how many breaths per minute. It keeps the patient alive until they're able to breathe on their own some hours later. We have 8 of these machines. We need at least 6. We have 8, listen to me, we have 8 machines right now. 2 of them don't work. What we're doing with those 2 machines that don't work is we're taking parts off those 2 dysfunctional machines to service and to keep those other machines going. The machines are years old. We got them from Auckland Hospital, and the reason we got them from Auckland Hospital was because they were obsolete and they didn't want to use them anymore. They were beyond them being used. So we took them and we've been using those and nursing those along for over 10 years. And every year we have 1 or 2 breakdowns. Let me tell you, if you get onto a plane, you want it to be reliable. If you're on the end of one of these life support machines, do you want it to be reliable? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, and we're worried about it. And we desperately need to raise finance for 5 ventilators tonight, right here, right now. We're not going to buy new ventilators because they are between $80,000 and $100,000 each. So what we've done is we've sourced used, good, reliable second-hand machines, which are $30,000 each. So 5 machines at $30,000 is $150,000. We need to raise it tonight. Guys, we can't all do what the team did. Please, can I have your attention over there? This is really important. We had these people here on the team talking about them giving of their time and expertise to Fiji and to the team and to saving lives in Fiji. They were giving their time, their skills, their service, their experience to save lives, but we can't do it on just that. We need money as well for the equipment. And I'm going to ask you to donate $150,000 tonight. So I'm going to ask you. We need these machines. We need them to be reliable. Every year they break down. And we can't do it without it. Last year I stood up here and I said, we need an echo machine so we can keep functioning and we can keep saving lives. And I was blown away. I must admit, I was blown away by people's generosity, because we raised $120,000 for that machine. And you heard Brian say tonight up here, he says we had to have that machine because the one we borrowed had broken down. Guys, it's all about keeping the service going. And I'm going to ask you, please, tonight, to give really, really generously, because we need to get these machines. We need reliability. We need these machines. $30,000. And so, do you believe we can get it tonight? In this room tonight? Do you believe? Put your hand up if you believe we can get it. Come on. Okay, one and a half hand went up. Do you believe we can get 5 machines tonight? Yes. I'm going to ask somebody to buy one of those machines now. It's $30,000. Is there somebody here in this room, within these 4 walls, right here tonight, right now, would you give $30,000 and buy one of these machines for the team, for Fiji, to save a life? Is there a hand anywhere from the front to the back, left, right? Is there a hand? It's $30,000. I know I'm asking a lot, guys. Would you do it? Is there somebody here who would donate one of these machines, finance one of these machines for us? There's a hand. Thank you very much, sir. Give him a hand. Come on. Yeah. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You're the man. Is there somebody else who can finance a machine? Thank you. Thank you. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my friend. Wow. Is there anybody else who can finance a ventilator, a life support machine for us? Anybody else in this room? I know I'm pulling on all of your generosity and all of your resources. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. 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 You know, we can't all put on surgical gloves, surgical masks, and pick up a scalpel and do surgery. But if we can give out of our resources, out of our what we have and how we've been blessed, if we can give that away, it's just there's an amazing reward that comes to people who do that. So we have 3 machines. We have 2 machines to go. And we can break it down into smaller financial assistance. Is there a 4th one, though? Is there a 4th person here tonight who can finance one of those machines? It's $30,000. I know I'm asking a lot. I am. I'm pulling on every piece of generosity which you've got. So it's $30,000. So we have 3 machines, and we need 5. So we have $60,000 to go. Is there anybody here who can or would be prepared to donate, finance $10,000? What's happening? Is there anybody here who would put your hand up, $10,000 towards one of these machines? Yes, sir. Thank you. God bless you. Anybody else? Anybody else? $10,000. Somebody here? Okay. Thank you, sir. $10,000. Just put your hand up again so they can get your details, sir. Just. So we have 30,000 to go. 10, another 10. Sorry, sir? 2 tens. Okay. So we have 20,000 to go. Are the spotters seeing these people? You guys getting them? Don't let them get away. Lock them in. Okay. So we have 20, is that right? Somebody else adding? Somebody, I think it's 20,000 to go? 10,000. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So we have 10,000 to go. 10,000. 10,000. 10,000. All right. 5,000. 2 lots of 5,000. Who can, yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Yes, 5,000. Guys, you know how much money we've raised now for these ventilators, these life-saving machines? We've raised 145,000. We need 5,000 to go. Is there somebody across this room who would give $5,000? $5,000. Thank you very much, sir. Just over there. Somebody over there too. Somebody over there too. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, sir, and yes, sir. Yes. 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 Get these names. So we've actually raised 170. Those hands that went up, please make sure that they have your details. We've raised actually 170,000. Come on, let's give these people a hand. Stand up, come on, stand up. Stand up, standing ovation for these people. Come on. All those who gave, let's give them a standing ovation. Yes. You know, that standing ovation is for every single person in here. Some have been able to give more than others, but for every dollar, for every cent, it's going to save a life. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everybody who gave. Amen. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. The general fund which keeps the mission trips going for next year. If I can just have your attention just a little bit. Just for one more minute, guys. Attention for one more minute. We want to give out pledge cards to every table so that you can fill in an amount that you can pledge for the next mission trip. It might be $10, it might be $100, it might be $1,000, it might be $20. I don't know, but we're going to give out pledge cards with which you can fill out your details in and how much you are able and are comfortable to donate to the next mission trip. It's $250,000 we need. We've raised some with tonight and, you know, the dinner and the auction and things. But if you can give generously on your pledge card, so people are going to give those cards out to your table. We're going to give 10 minutes from now just to fill out those cards, then people will collect them from you. And also there'll be EFTPOS machines. We've only got 4, so there's not enough to go around. So some people can just give spontaneously under the EFTPOS, but to fill out the pledge card with how much we can collect the cards, and then we can email you and give you the bank coordinates as to how to give. So, all right, we'll just hand out those pledge cards now to all the tables.
Night. We have raised approximately $250 together, $250,000 with auctions and pledges. This is an awesome night. You guys, what a passion. You guys really rock. Good evening, my name is Aleem. I'm one of the trustees of Friends of Fiji Heart Foundation. My job here today is to move the vote of thanks. I know you've been sitting for a while and you are eager to get up and have some entertainment, do the dance, so I'll try and keep this really short and simple. A very big thank you to you, ladies and gentlemen, for taking your time out and coming and supporting our annual charity dinner. We are truly humbled by your presence here today. To all volunteers, what can I say? You give your precious time to go and serve the needy people in Fiji. Thank you so much. Friends, this wouldn't have been possible without the brainchild, in that he had a dream to serve the needy. The architect of the project, Dr. Parmanand. Please let us give a hand to Dr. Parmanand. There have been lives saved. And it's been made possible with the kind donations. With you here present today, bidding in auctions, buying tickets to the annual dinner, buying tickets for the raffles, giving your pledges. I would like to thank all the service providers and product suppliers for the kind donations and subsidized products and equipment. Fiji Airways for sponsoring the auction ticket tonight. Air New Zealand for allowing us subsidized ticketing to fly the volunteers to Fiji. All that you do and continue to do, we thank you. Service providers in Fiji, Grand Pacific Hotel, Khan's Buzzers, tonight's function venue, the Pullman team, CP Group, Varun and the team from Encore Sound and Lights. Our entertainers for tonight will be rocking the band shortly, Jeff and the Timeless. Brought to you by Jay-Z's Entertainment tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Jay Raniga of Brownson's Jewelers, setting up the auctions item tonight. To all my fellow trustees and associates, thank you so much for making this night a success. I would like to specifically thank our auctioneer for tonight, Frank Wasper, for making your trip. You did an amazing job. Thank you so much. Woo-hoo. Our master of ceremony, ladies and gentlemen, Ross Pello. Was he not just fantastic tonight? Raising $170,000 within minutes. Thank you very much, Ross. You did an amazing job tonight. Our mission this year in Fiji made roads with media, government of Fiji, and we appealed to the broader base in Fiji. And this was made possible with the help and true dedication from Friends of Fiji Heart Foundation Fiji chapter. And for that, I would like to thank the chairperson, Wella Pillay, Dharman Kumar and Shashi Singh for their hard work and dedication. Our own people who did amazing job in Fiji, Jasmine Mohammed, Devan Singh, Mr. Ambed Sharma for organizing 2 container loads of medical supplies and equipment to be shipped to Fiji. It's a lot of hard work put together by one single man. Mr. Sharma, thank you so much. And one of our very own, I don't know where he gets the energy to ensure that all I's are dotted and T's are crossed. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about Mr. Kirit Patel. Give a big round of applause to Mr. Patel here. This guy stands behind the scene, does an amazing job and never takes the credit for his hard work. The team behind today's event, Prakash Sonar, Kiran Kumar, Ashfaq Khan, NG Naidu Khan, Jasmine Mohammed again, Devan Singh, Dharmesh Parekh from Rhythm House, Dinesh Raniga, and working hard from the paradise in the islands of Fiji, our own trustee, Maikesh Ali. Thank you so much. Last but not the least, please put your hands together for all our volunteers that have taken time out, that have gone to Fiji, sacrificed their time and their family time. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Binaka Vakalevu.
Thank you very much, guys. Dessert is going to be served to the tables. So just sit there, dessert's going to come your way. And also, they're going to be collecting those pledge cards from you as well for the general fund for our next mission trip. After we've had dessert, don't run away. We're going to have some great music with these guys. We're going to move some of these tables, and we're going to have a dance floor. We can kick up, we're going to have a good time. So the night's not finished, guys. We're going to have dessert, and then we're going to have some dancing and some music. The raffle, the numbers will go up on the screen for the winners. So have a look at the screen. The numbers are going to go up during dessert, and hopefully you win. Hopefully you win. You all deserve to win. Have a good night.
Well, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Are you having a good time? Oh, we're going to give you an Elvis for the start. Wise men say only fools falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be the same? But I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life through, but I can't help falling in love
falling in love with Thank you. It's no never come hold me tight. Kiss me, my darling, be mine tonight. Tomorrow will be too late. It's now or never. My love won't wait. When I first saw you, with your smile so tender, my heart was captured, my soul surrender. I spent a lifetime waiting for the right time. Now that you knew that I miss you, and let's sing with me, everybody. It's now or never. Come hold me tight. Kiss me, my darling. Be mine tonight. Tomorrow will be too late. It's now or never. My love won't wait. Take it out, Liz. It's now or never. Come hold me tight. Kiss me, my darling. Be mine tonight. Tomorrow will be too late. It's now or never. My love won't wait. Just like a willow, we will cry an ocean if we lost true love and sweet devotion. Your lips excite me, let your arms invite me. For who knows when we'll meet again. This way, sing along with me. It's now or never. Come hold me tight. Kiss me, my darling. Be mine tonight. Tomorrow will be too late. It's now or never. It's now or never. My love won't wait. It's now or never. My love won't wait. Yeah. That's it. Drive me crazy. 2, 3, 4. Woo! Look at him shaking, Stephen. You make me easy when you're in my ears. I can feel it in the heaven, and you just, you drive me crazy. You drive me crazy. And when I'm looking in that big blue water, I started floating around in paradise. You drive me crazy. You drive me crazy. Heaven must have sent you down for you to give me a thrill. Every time you touch me, every time you hold me, my heart starts beating like a train on a train. I love you, baby, and it's plain to see. I love you, honey, it was meant to be. You drive me crazy. You drive me crazy. Take it on, Elvis. Yeah. Yeah.